Alcohol. Let's admit it. Alcohol is one of those friends that's always there in need, in happiness and in sadness, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health. And so, it is one of those friends always indeed. With the variety and sophistication of alcoholic drinks available to our degenerate selves, you might be forgiven to assume that alcohol is relatively new. But the fact is, it is really old. It was not even invented by humans. It predates humans and was actually discovered by our evolutionary cousins, early primates. Early primates would eat overripe fruit, which was fermented by yeast, fallen on the ground, oozing with strong aroma. They would eat them, particularly enjoyed the taste, got drunk, and to this day they still do that. Now this should probably tell you that alcohol has really been a part of human history from prehistoric times, and nearly every culture has made alcohol or fermented drinks out of fruits, all kinds of grain, honey. Basically whatever food grew locally, people made alcohol out of it. Jugs with fermented drinks have been found from 13,000 years ago in Israel, and somewhere in a faraway land, the Chinese, by 7000 BC, were making alcohol from rice, grain, honey and berries. And in a separate party, the Middle Easterners were making their own from barley and grapes. Babylonians were doing it, Mexicans were doing it, and Europeans were doing it too. It was widely consumed, and in Greece and Rome, even for breakfast. So what did religion think about this widespread rug drinking everywhere on the medieval planet? Well, religious texts and governments have from time to time tried to encourage moderation, because hard as it may be to believe, excessive drinking has actually not been much of a problem in most places, historically speaking. There was never a town ravaged by too many drunk punks outside taverns at 2 a.m. But its dangers were still pretty clear. So Chinese people tried banning it or controlling it from time to time, but mostly unsuccessfully. In fact, there are Chinese writings taunting that even sages couldn't stop people from drinking, so effecting a ban is futile. And then there are some episodes like the gin epidemic, which happened in a country you would never guess. England. In 1694, England consumed 1 million gallons of gin in a year. And this is only gin, not including the consumption of beer, ale, cider, and other such skeletons in the cupboard. In 1743, England consumed 18 million gallons of gin. At the time, its population was only 6.5 million. But apart from some exceptions here and there, most people throughout history have, for the large part, been good boys and girls. But in all these millennia, booze wasn't just our companion after a breakup or a job loss. It was also medicinal, where the state of being in a drunken stupor was referred to and creatively used by doctors as state of general anesthesia. Since alcohol was also safer than drinking water, ships would carry more beer than they did water. Alcohol is prescribed in some religious texts as a medicine against depression and even as a cure against fatigue. And for once, even the atheists will agree. And here are some of the weirdest wines, believe it or not, they actually exist. Snake wine, coffee wine, jalapeno wine, and perfect for your date night, garlic wine. Enjoy! Making these videos takes up a lot of hours, and coffee is a good idea, even when we make videos on wine. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee, link in the description. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, click those buttons, and I'll see you next Monday. Ciao!